Hi everyone, this is the first book review for the 50 book challenge that I'm doing, and it's on the book Chasing Windmills by Kevin Ryan Hyde. This book was pretty good. It was really interesting. It had really good characters in it, but the ending wasn't what I thought. But anyway, I'll just tell you a little bit about it, and hopefully I don't spoil it for anyone, because that's always not fun. But I'll try not to give away anything important, like major. So, it's told between two people's points of view. There's two main characters. Sebastian, who is 17, and he lives with his father, who is extremely controlling and doesn't let him do anything. He doesn't let him go outside except to go running, and he doesn't even let him go to school. His father quit his job as a college professor so he could homeschool him. So, basically, he's under, like, a prison, pretty much. And Maria is a young mother. She's 22. And she has two children, 7-year-old CJ and 3-year-old Natalie, and she is just struggling to try to break free from her boyfriend, Carl, who is extremely abusive to her, and Carl was the only man she's ever been with. So, it's told between their alternating chapters between points of view, but the story starts out as they're both on a subway car. This takes place in New York. They're both on a subway car, and they look at, like, they see each other across the car, and they really don't, they don't say anything, and then it happens a few more times, and they eventually start talking and become friends, and then they tell each other, like, toward the middle, they tell each other their secret, like, what's going on, because Sebastian noticed that this woman that he saw, like, was covered up in a coat and a hat, and he noticed, like, a fading bruise on her cheek. So eventually they tell each other their secret, like their major secret, where Sebastian is living with this father who controls him, and Maria is living with Carl, who is really abusive to her. So they're pretty similar in where they're coming from. So eventually, like I said, they become friends, and it becomes a little bit more, but she doesn't tell Sebastian that she has kids. She doesn't really tell him that till a little while later in the story. But it's basically what like not their life together, but they eventually they both want to run away from the situation that they're currently living in. So, yeah, I don't really want to tell you too much more about it, but they do eventually run away. I'm not going to tell you where or why, but they do eventually run away. So, it said on the back it was a love story, but I didn't really think it was that too much as a love story, because I don't really read romance novels that, like, hardcore or anything. I just honestly picked this up because I seen it was the author of Pay It Forward, so. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was fast-paced. The characters were pretty, you got to know them pretty well. And I think partially is because it was told through the different points of view, which is really, books like that are always interesting because it makes the characters more believable and more realistic, I think. So I give this pretty highly review, I would think. It's pretty short, and the text is average, but it's broken up, so yeah. And the next one I probably will read is, because I didn't go to the bookstore yet, I'm doing that later. I'll probably start reading Mercy by Jodi Picoult next, I think. So, yeah. If it sounds interesting, then totally check it out. I would recommend it. So, thanks for watching. And again, if you're going to do the challenge, totally, like, if you can, make videos, because I like seeing what other people are reading, because then it gives me ideas on what to read. So, and thank you to all my new subscribers, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.